Hello, today I'm going to explain new transport sector developments in Singapore. Now, there have been quite a few changes in the sector in the past few weeks, and we're going to break it all down for you right now. Now, on March 5th, Land Transport Authority said that private hire cars, or PHCs, will not have their own separate COE category. The reasoning? Well, Senior Minister of State for Transport Amy Khor said in Parliament earlier in March that the bulk of demand for Category A and B COEs, which are for passenger cars, are from local individuals and not from private hire car companies. Creating a new category could cause a spike in those COE categories because you need to take quota from those categories to feed this new theoretical category, reducing their supply and increasing prices. So this isn't really a change in rules per se, but it just means that PHCs will continue to compete with you, Mr. Regular Car Buyer, for passenger car COEs, which could lead to higher premiums. PHC numbers, after all, have grown to a record 90,000 plus in recent times. And I should mention that this official explanation doesn't cover how much PHC companies bid for their COEs. Now, in another change, taxi operators will now be allowed to convert used passenger vehicles into taxis. They can also sell taxis as used cars or PHCs subject to regulatory approval. This means taxi companies should have an easier time of maintaining their fleet numbers. Previously, taxis could only be taxis from the cradle to the grave, so to speak. And this might make taxi fleets increase in number a little because it'll level the playing field compared to chauffeured PHCs. And in change number 3, from February 19, all company-owned PHCs will be subjected to a 3-year mandatory lock-in period. Now, this rule only applies to chauffeured PHCs like the ones used by Grab and Gojek, and not to the self-driven ones like GetGo and BlueSG. Now, the effect of this is that PHC companies have to think hard about their COE bidding because they have to keep the vehicle for 3 years at least. Now, PHCs can be transferred to other businesses, but they cannot be sold to individuals, i.e. the used car market. So before this, fleet companies were free to sell off their PHCs as used passenger cars. Now, industry observers have said that when COE prices become high, second-hand car prices also follow, and we saw such a situation in late 2023. The new lock-in period will moderate such behavior from PHC fleets. What is the overall effect of all these rule changes? I think they level the playing field between taxis and PHCs, but they don't address why taxis are less popular, and that's because they're less flexible. Now, for the full skinny on transport issues, please read my stories on businesstimes.com and check out my podcast, Transport BT. Thanks for watching.